Good morning, everyone. It is 7:32 in the morning. This is May 8th, and we're on day 19 here in Thailand. As you can tell, I think that hiking up the two hills the other day to go see the cave kind of kicked my butt a little. Coughing a lot last night. So I had a situation pop up yesterday. I ended up filming a lot. Actually, so everything came out to like an hour and 35 minutes, worth of footage when it's all put together. Which the YouTube app and DJI, they both use the internal storage, and I can't figure out how to actually turn it from internal storage into the SD card. I have a 500 gigabyte SD card, and I should also have plenty of internal memory, but obviously it filled it all up last night. So I mean it did. So the only thing I don't have is I haven't uploaded that one video. That one's only 20 gigs, right? So I've just been going through all my apps and stuff like this, seeing what I could throw away, get rid of. I'm trying to free up the space because when I try and save my progress of the one I edited yesterday, the one that's like an hour 35, it doesn't have the internal space to actually save it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can actually free up some space because I can't get rid of the raw footage, right, until I save it. So what it's doing is the U-cut is actually doubling the raw footage. So it's taking the raw footage, which is which DJI uses internal storage, and it's trying to put it, all the editing little, I don't know, flares on it. And so yeah, it's essentially doubling what I already have in internal memory. So anyway, yeah, that's the situation. So I don't feel good, one. So I want to go lay down for a few days just to try to recover so I don't keep relapsing. I have a spot rent. I have a spot that I got for 2 nights. It's nearly impossible to find anything that's a decent price here in southern Thailand for accommodations. It's just, I'm looking all over the spot, and I just can't find anything that's, all hostels are running between $10 and $15. But I was able to locate one for about $9 a night. So I got it for 2 nights. Most of them go up to $11 out on the weekend. So got it for 2 nights just so I can use the Wi-Fi, upload the one video from yesterday. Well, the one I had edited already. It's before yesterday, the day before yesterday. But that's, like I said, that's only 20 gigs. So I still need to free up 25 gigs worth of internal space to actually save my editing progress. So anyway, guys, that's making a short story long. Somehow I did that. And I'm going to get out there and pack this all up and go to the hostel and start trying to get some of this figured out and just actually rest and recoup for a bit. And I think I got about 40 kilometers to get to the place. Hang on a sec. Okay, I'm back. I just had to look that up. I'm actually still in the Sam Roy Yacht National Park area, just outside of a little small town here. So I'm just gonna get on the, what is that, the 4020? The 4020 looks like it hugs the coast more, just for a nicer drive. but my hostel is 50 kilometers away. So the 4012 ends up meeting up with the floor. Is that what it is? Yeah, it looks like the floor. Sorry, my eyes aren't real great on this one. Yeah, and the town I'm going to is called Sangtong Village. I know there's probably a different name for it, but yeah, Sangtong Village. I'll put all the writing down below. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start packing up and head down there and try and get everything squared away in these next 2 days, 3 days, 2 nights. All right. So actually, I'm all packed up right now. I'm ready to go and all that stuff, but I thought I'd just mention it's 8:11 now. I thought I'd talk about an upcoming purchase I might have to do is the phone and the reasoning behind the phone, because this is going to be another big purchase. And like I said, I've been putting it off because the whole reason is the apps that I need for my bank and stuff is already on my phone. And they all want a two-step verification, which I need an Americanized number for, and I can't because I'm on eSIMs. And one of the reasons, this one's showing a lot of wear. Like I said, this was a rugged phone originally. This is not like a case that goes over it. It's like a solid metal case, and you can look it up. It's called a Bison 2 Pro. It's by Digit or something like that. It's a budget phone, but it's supposed to be a budget rugged one, and it sounds really good by the specs and stuff, but it's overhyped. Like I said, this one's 2 years old. I dropped it the first time I had it, and well, I mean, when I was walking the Fisherman Camino, there's a big section of the Fisherman Camino. Well, I mean, not a big section, but a very neat section that goes through like sand dunes by the beach, and it's like a deserty sand dune area. And I dropped the phone taking pictures, and it landed on the corner, and the whole screen popped out. I'm like, well, how waterproof is that when that, you know, if the whole screen pops out? So I had it glued back together, but I dropped it again, and a crack, you can't probably see this crack, but it runs my fingers on it horizontal this way through. It doesn't bother the screen too much, but through time, it's this part where they glued at is actually starting to chunk out, and that crack is now going across, up and over across this way, where this camera is of no use anymore because it's just of no use anymore because it's too foggy. You know, there's too much of an air gap or whatever now there, so the only camera kind of worth anything is the front one, but it's just showing signs of wearing out. Ever since using the UCut app and putting this under a lot of strain, putting it under a heavy load, you might say, it's not faring well at all. So it might be time to go ahead and start looking for a phone of a decent price. I was looking in Vietnam, so I already have a little bit of a head start, on that. Like I said, it's a big purchase, but being in Thailand and then over to Laos and then over to Vietnam and then over to Cambodia and maximizing the stay, my visa stay on all those countries, staying the longest amount, it's helped my bank account recover. Like I said, I do make $1,300 a month that comes in, and if I can stay way below that, then I can kind of regain some of the stuff that I might lose from my savings from when I was working during the COVID time. So anyway, yeah, so that's going to be my next purchase. So when you see me buying something, it's not because I'm just buying myself pretty things. This is something I'm going to have to need. And the topper, what made me decide I can do it is I was talking to someone and they told me how to actually get a an American number, I'll have to. He said get Mint Mobile, which I know Mint Mobile because I was checking them out before I actually left. Uh, he says you don't need to. You can do an eSIM. You don't have to actually do a physical SIM with Mint Mobile, and then just get an. As long as your phone's eSIM compatible, get an eSIM with an American number that way, and you can do that all online and pay for it online and everything. And now you'll have to pay the monthly, but that'll at least give me. I can do it for a month or whatever until a few months until a month, the minimum amount of time that I can do, just to transfer over all the information. That way the bank has a contact number for me and all that, and that way I don't have to go back to the United States because I can't afford the $800, $900 there and $900 back. That's just that's not something I can really do. So yeah, I'm very appreciative that he told me about just the eSIM Mint Mobile, and that'll get me an American phone number while I'm living abroad. And and now you guys know too. If you ever have this situation that's similar to mine where you need an American number, you can do that. All right, just thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm gonna hit the road now. I got 50 kilometers to go. Okay, I just started the Strava app. The official start time is 8:21, and everything's set. I'm ready to go. So I got off to 4. The 4 was actually back that way, just a little ways. This is the 1034, and the 4 was getting a little busy and looking a little ugly, so this road looked nice. And I think it's only about a kilometer or 2 longer. Google Maps has it down as 1 kilometer longer, but I don't think that's too accurate by looking at the overlay of the map. It definitely looks like it's a nicer route. It goes more towards the coast. Well, I made it to, let's see if I can say this right, Prachuap, Khiri. At least that's what the greater area is known for. I'm just stopping down here to have something to eat. My hostel's only like, what is it, 1.7 down that way. And yeah, so the place is called Prachuap Khiri, but that's like a very great big area. And then it looks like there's like small villages all put together. And the village I'm kind of staying in is called Sumkai Nuak 5 Village. At least that's what I'm thinking. That's, and it's just like this village, that village, I don't know. So, but it's a beach town. Like I said, I haven't figured out how the districts and everything works around here. So a lot of times I'm just shooting in the dark. So if I want to know, I get on what's my weather, my location, and that's what Google spits out as my location, is the larger area. Not the village, but the larger encompassing place. Anyway, I'm going to go to the hostel. I'm sorry if the sound's bad. The wind's blowing really hard. I'm going to go to the hostel and spend most of the day uploading and trying to get room so that I can convert my files over and just so get rid of that information off my phone. I'm going to have to do some juggling because I've gotten rid of quite a few apps and stuff now that I haven't been using. And the one that I'm going to upload, the video I'm going to upload is 20 gigs, but I think it wants 23 gigs. So I have to figure out about 3 more gigs of stuff I can juggle around and get rid of on my phone. So anyway, that's the plan, guys. So after I'm done eating here, I'm going to head that way and to my hostel. All right, guys. So these are one of those self-check-in ones that don't have a reservation. They do everything through WhatsApp and stuff like that. After you send a copy of the code or of your passport, they send you a code to the door and stuff like that. I'm the only one here. I had to figure out how to get in because everything is codes and numbers, and you know how it is. Got a kitchen area. So this one was $9 for the night. Goes up to 11 during the weekends, but and I'm on the second floor. This is showers and bathrooms, right? So Japan actually does this too a lot with the guest house. It's like first time I ran into it was in self-check-in was in Israel, but I just thought they were trying to be lazy. I didn't realize, no, they're not trying to be lazy. It's becoming a very common thing. So. And there's only one other person here. So self-check-in. There you go. And that's home sweet home. There's only one other person here. So I'm just walking back. I still have, I went down, got some things to eat. Didn't really buy anything from the food market there. One, they were still setting up when I was there. And two, I really couldn't see anything I wanted. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of pork, but that's just me. But if I don't ask, don't tell, right? So here I am. Yeah, I just did this the simple out. Went to 7-Eleven. Like I said, I felt like just getting something a little more healthy, so I went and grabbed a salad from 7-Eleven, and what I did was I got some of the garlic chicken with rice and just stole the chicken off the top of it, just so it has more chicken. And I got some bananas and stuff like that. I just felt like something a little more healthy. Okay, so the rest of today is going to be boring, guys. I lucked out. This spot has good Wi-Fi. I mean, real good Wi-Fi, so... yeah, the first upload just zipped on right by, and I was able to get it out there. So I threw away, after uploading it, I threw away that one. You know, that it's like 40 minutes, and but I still had to empty out the trash bin. You know, the trash bin. So after I trashed it, I had to empty out the trash bin to actually make up enough room on my phone to process the new file. Like I said, it takes the raw material and then basically duplicates it into with all the editing and everything done on it, but it doubles the size of the whole thing. So, but I just barely squeaked by. So I've got to keep in mind, and what I did was I went through all the apps. This is just internal memory. It's because DJI saves to internal memory, and the UCut app also saves to internal memory, and I can't figure out actually, there's no option of saving it to the SD card. I think most phones don't even have SD cards anymore, but yeah, and anytime I tried to move it over to the SD card, I'm not sure if the file is just too big, because it was like, can't do it, sorry, there's something came up. Yeah. So I'm at 75%. This one's like an hour and a half long, and I really just didn't feel like breaking it up into 2 videos, so I'm just going to throw it out there in the ether for all you guys. Warning. You're going to actually see that before you see this one. So I don't know why I keep forgetting there's a delay between me filming and you guys seeing. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so the rest of the day is going to be boring. I'm just going to eat. I'm going to do laundry because they have laundry here. I just needed, that was one of the reasons I had to go to 7-Eleven, is because they need, it's 30 baht, but they need the 10 baht coins. So I had to go pick up the 10 baht coins. And yeah, so I'm going to get all my wash done because I'm not stinking fierce, but everything is like my last set, my shorts and everything just completely salt. Mostly because I jumped in the salt water, but also because of my sweat. But yeah, so it's just chores from now on out for tonight. And maybe tomorrow I'll get around and explore the town a little. All right, guys. I'm going to say good night, y'all. And we'll pick this up tomorrow. Let's see what this town's got to offer. All right. Peace out.